Aloha everyone, I'm Susan Nutowitz with letsfeelexcellent.com or the YouTube channel by the same name. And this recipe is a green papaya tamponade. It's a great topping for your salads or by itself. It's a really nice salad by itself. And what we're going to use actually is a papaya that's looking kind of orange, but this is not ripe. This is hard as a rock. And it's a green papaya. Now, some of you know the way I eat is the 80-10-10 style of raw vegan, 8-11 RV style of eating, which is a lot of fruit. It's 80% carbohydrate. And you know I'm not attached to diet, so I don't know if I'm going to be on it forever, but it's working great right now. So what happens with us is we become, because we're eating so much fruit, we sort of become fruit connoisseurs. And you've heard me say, don't eat bananas until they have their spots on them, because you want them ripe. You don't want to eat green fruit. So why am I doing a salad? Why am I making a salad with green papaya? Well, green papaya is one vegetable. This would be a vegetable now. It would be a fruit, but it's going to taste more like a vegetable. It's not going to taste sweet. So this would be one that would have benefit to it because the green papaya has more papain. Papain is an enzyme that's very good for your stomach. It builds the stomach acid. Now, some of you are going, I have acid reflux. I take an antacid. Well, you know what? You don't want to take an antacid because what's happening is actually you need the stomach acid to be built up. Most people need their stomach acid to be built up. If you have any digestive problems at all, you probably need your stomach acids to be built up. The stomach acids are you have different stomach acids. Let me start there. You have different stomach acids for different foods. For protein, you have a different stomach acid. For meat protein, you have different stomach acids than vegetable proteins. You have different stomach acids for carbohydrates. Again, for fruit carbohydrates and for vegetable carbohydrates. That's the whole idea around food combining. The reason is because you need different acids to digest different things. So this is a great way to build up those acids so you can eat more fruits and vegetables and have the benefits of that. So we're going to use in this recipe a blush papaya. So this is blush. It's not quite ripe yet. It's not ripe at all, really. But it's a little bit more soft and it's going to be really good for this kind of recipe. As you can see, this is already cut in half. I tested it with the other half, so it worked out really well. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. Now this recipe also has kale in it, and this is a great way to get your kale in. Kale's great for protein and all kinds of nutrients, but you know what? It kind of tastes like chalk. Raw, and I don't know very many people that really like it raw, so we're going to make it in this recipe, and it really gives it a nice added flavor. Another thing with the papaya seeds are good for you too. They're good for clearing out parasites. You want to chew them really well. Some people don't like the papaya seed. It's a little bit spicy. So maybe in your salad dressing or something. I was going to take a little sip of water, excuse me, because in the last video, I did the strawberry banana mint smoothie, and that was yum-malicious. So I had that for my dinner, half of what we made there. Less than half, but it was just so filling. And now I'm feeling like, oh, I need a little bit of water. So I just take off the peel. Perfect. So just this peel right here, I take it off. You know, another good smoothie with the berries and the mint is a raspberry, pineapple, mint. That's a really good one. You want to get your pineapple. The trick to that one is getting your pineapple ripe, though. That is hard to do because all of your pineapples in the store are picked green. And bromeliads, they want to be on their stalk. As you can see from my video on pineapples and arthritis, I think it was. I did some videos on pineapples last year when my pineapples were going off. And I took the pineapples to the mainland, to my family. I packed them up. And usually you can't take any fruit out of Hawaii. They're really strict about that. But pineapples, they said, are okay. As long as they didn't have any ants. So you don't want to fall for that if you're leaving Hawaii and they say, oh, you know, Dole says our pineapples have been inspected. No, you can get any pineapple, and you can get it, and what I did is I just made a vinegar rinse to make sure there was no ants coming out of there, because they were ripe. And they said, well, you know, if we find an ant on him, then you can't take it. So make a light water and vinegar rinse them off, then you're good to go. Guess I'm putting some asparagus in here. My big kitty wants to eat his supper. He's the one that makes all the noise for everybody. Hold on, Tiger. Hold on, Tigs. I just ate about an hour ago. Okay. And then I'm going to put some kale. This is locally Ka'u grown kale. At first people said, you can't grow kale here, you gotta be up higher. And then they said I was too high to grow my bananas. And I found out all you really need is, they need a little bit of food and water, and everything grows. Okay, and some scallions, some green onions. This is easy to grow too. All I do for the green onions is, they grow pretty easily by seed, but I I can just take a little sliver of the root and place it into the ground, just the bottom of the root. And I'll grow green onions. And I just cut the top, but sometimes I get bunching onions too. But I just cut this green part off, and that's what I use. And I think I'll do some mint. And parsley. Food processors like to be packed, so pack it in. I have some dulse and some garlic powder. Now, the garlic powder is mild, so I like to use it in powdered form. If you want to use fresh, that's okay. I would use very little though. I don't want to overpower this. I would use, like, I don't know, a quarter of a small clove in this size thing. And this is celery salt. All I did was, in a coffee grinder, I ground celery seed and sea salt. That's it. So that's all this is. That's a little much. Sounds so helpless. Tires my overweight kitty. He's not starving at all. Okay, and so now I'm going to put in a secret ingredient, balsamic vinegar. So I don't usually use vinegar in my recipes, but this is really good in this one. So we're going to just put a little bit in. I don't know, once around. This is nice, it doesn't pour out too fast. Okay, twice around. Okay, 3 times around. I'm Italian. I love my vinegar. Okay, especially balsamic. Okay, so now here we go. This is a little loud. And you know how the food processor thing goes. Whoa! Okay, we might have to redo it. You got to stuff it in, bring the bottom to the top. What I was doing with moving it around, I do that rather than shaking it. That is good. Here. I might have to shake it. I want especially the kale to get to the bottom. food processors are not my favorite, and I suppose I could make this in the Vitamix, especially if I had the small container, the short container, but I think that I will be able to do this just fine in the food processor. Of course, when I tested this recipe, this didn't do this at all. There we go. It's almost. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try it in the Vitamix, because that was way too much effort. And even still yet, it's not done. Not finished. Alrighty. Okay, let me get a little dish and show you, because that's one thing I didn't get out. Okay. All right. Now when I created it, I put on a salad, but you can just have it just like this. Okay, and presto magico, I have some tomatoes ripening right here. And so I am going to dress it up a little bit with the tomatoes. Okay. That is the green papaya kale tamponade salad, which is great. I'm Susan Nudowitz with letsfeelexcellent.com, wishing you an excellent day. Hey, go to letsfeelexcellent.com if you're suffering from any pain or you just can't figure things out and you want help with it. I have all kinds of services to offer. So if your body is in pain, go there and find out, what you can, what does that back pain mean? What can you do about it? You really have to live with it. And also, especially, I'm a health coach, and so if you are, you're wanting to make a lifestyle change and a diet change, but you really are kind of stuck as to how to do it or what food to eat. I mean, a lot of people get stuck on that. When people choose to be healthy, every food contradicts itself. And so, you can go there and I'll give you a free coaching session just so that